Okay, my friends, let's try to make some sense of this word "and." What is the chance a student gets into the first class and the second class? Now, hopefully, let's get an idea in our mind first. It's going to be harder to get into both of them than just to get into one of them. So the probability that we're looking for should be less than 95%. How much less? That's what we're going to have to puzzle through in this video. Let's start by getting the student into the first class, and let's visualize that 95% with this pie chart right here. So this pie chart, you have 95% of it represented by that orange region, and then the 5% that didn't get in by the blue region. So they've gotten in, which means they are 95% lucky. They've made it into that 95%. Now, once we are in that 95%, we then have to get into the next class. But in order to get into that next class, we had to have been into the 95% region over here. So the next 95% is going to be taken of that 95%. So in other words, the chance of following this 95% with a second 95% is going to be 95% of 95%, which is going to be just a little bit more than 90%. That should make sense intuitively. It's less than 95% because it's harder to get into both than it is just to get into one. But it's not something crazy like 0%. So it dropped from 95% and it dropped exponentially, which also should make sense if you've ever thought about exponential behavior before. So the big takeaway here is when you hear the words "and," what is the chance of this and this happening? It's getting harder because you have to do multiple things. And the way you make fractions smaller is by multiplying them by other fractions. So multiplying a probability that's less than 1 times another probability that's less than 1 is going to make the overarching product smaller. Hopefully that makes sense.